Hey guys, it's Lisa here from Arcane and Stellar with a pick a card reading. First of all, I just want to welcome anybody that's new here to the channel. For those of you that are coming back and are my regular subscribers, I love you guys. I appreciate you. And yeah, I hope that all of you that come here, no matter where your origin or your history with me, I hope that you find what you're looking for in this reading, and I'm able to give you some kind of insight. So in this reading, we're going to be looking at what's in the near future, basically, a peek into your future. And this is, I did phrase the question with the near future in mind, so I would expect these changes to occur over the next few months. That's kind of where I was going with that. But yeah, so with that being said, guys, we have 4 piles. 1, 2, 3, and 4. The timestamps will be down below. And for those of you that are interested in divination, you might notice that I have some runes on my cards. These are the Witch's Runes by Ethany. I don't know if many of you know who Ethany is, but she's quite a famous tarot reader. And she actually released these Witch's Runes, which have more runes than a traditional Witch's Rune set. And I'm really excited. I've been wanting them for a while. I finally splurged and got them for myself, so yay! I'm really happy. And for those of you that are interested in this set, first of all, I'll have the link to how to purchase them down below, but they do not come with a companion guide. So what the option is here, and especially since there are more runes, you could just read them, I guess, intuitively, but there's also a companion course that goes along with them in the Tarot Summer School for 2020. So if you search up Tarot Summer School 2020, you'll find the website, and you can purchase this individual course for these runes, and it comes with a PDF file of the meanings and spreads, and it also has tons of videos, one on each rune and all that kind of stuff. It's really cool. And this isn't sponsored or anything. I've been wanting them for a while, so and I know plenty of you are quite interested in divination yourself, so I thought I'd point that out, and in case some of you might be wondering what's up with them. But anyways, I am going to start the reading, and I really wish you all the very, very best. I hope that this reading finds you happy, healthy, smiling, and I hope it gives you something to look forward to, okay? So, I will see you all in your reading. Oh, wait, if you want a personal reading, all that information is down below. I always forget that part. I feel like it's either so robotic or when I say it, or I forget to say it. But yeah, if you want a personal reading, all that information is down below anyways. So, see you in your reading. Hey guys, if you chose pile number 1 with this opalite, this is your reading. So let's dig in and figure out what's going to be happening in the near future for you. Like, let's take a peek into the future. So I'm going to start with the runes. Okay, we have coins, and we have the heart. So this really does tell me that many of you will be getting some sort of perhaps financial resources coming in from maybe something that you truly love. Some of you might be connecting with something that really lights up your heart in terms of work, for instance. Some of you may also be getting money from a loved one, okay? I will say that. This could possibly be an interpretation here. So some of you might actually get like a gift, a financial gift from a family member, for instance, or a loved one. Some of you could have a birthday or something, and you get like, some money or something for your birthday on a more mundane level. But I think at a bigger level, many of you are going to really figure out what you desire, and somehow linking this into financial means. I feel like that's really one of the biggest things that I could say about your future in terms of these two runes together. Let's see what else comes out. So we have divination. Some of you might be wanting to actually get into divination, by the way. And maybe some of you use divination, and you want to, perhaps some of you want to become readers. This is kind of telling me that you guys, as I look into your future, I see that as a possibility of making money. So for those of you that have maybe been wanting to read tarot, read runes, or read anything, and kind of maybe use divination, could even be astrology as well. This has financial benefits as well as benefits of, matching the desires in your heart and feeling in alignment with who you are. So that's quite interesting. Let me just see here. What else I'm getting here? Some of you may also be able to get a reading with somebody. Maybe there's a divination, a way of divinating ways to align with your heart. So maybe for some of you, looking into your astrology, perhaps even, or some other aspects of yourself, you might uncover this. That might be what part of the future is. So if you don't know what you want, it might be that that's what's coming up for you. There might be a reading in which you get that where something's exposed, or and maybe it's not exposed right away, but it's like it starts to click, and open up something. This is quite interesting too. So we have the spider and we have fire. Now, these are two different energies, right? The spider is about being meticulous and being patient. The fire is about reckless actions lead to conflict. So it seems like perhaps there's some kind of clash going on here. I'm probably going to take some cards to kind of clarify this further. Now, of course, it might be, this could be a warning of sorts, not to treat something in a rash way in the near future. You might be presented with something that kind of fires you up, but it might be that there needs to be some building done here, a little bit more patience involved in whatever this might be. We have the Ten of Wheels, Justice, and the King of Cups, as well as support. So for some of you, especially with this King of Cups here, I am seeing that some of you might find support from a masculine in terms of emotional support. There might be someone around you who's very supportive of your goals, of your dreams. I would definitely look to this person. This could be somebody that you're going to marry, by the way. With the Ten of Wheels, Justice, and the King of Cups, some of you are actually probably going to have a marriage proposal, or you are marrying in the near future to somebody. You might be, for some of you, it might be that you're actually meeting this spouse. I'm going to get a few more cards here and see what pops out. Spirit, those are just number one. Fire for the spider and fire. Okay, yeah. The Chariot. So we have the energy of wanting to kind of bust forward, move ahead in some way. And it may be that for a while you've been patient, you've been holding on to something, you've been trying to put your efforts into something, and it seems like as if you want to kind of rush forward on something. I see conflicts resolved, though. With the Chariot, sometimes it can be about two opposing forces, two ideas within you, and trying to come to a solution. Yeah, I see that maybe some of you are going to want to rush forward on something. I do wonder if there's a warning against that. What's the advice here, Spirit? Oops. Oh, there we go. Take some action, Three of Wands. What's your advice? It's to put stuff out there, to start making those moves. So maybe it's about, okay, now with the Three of Wands, he's still at a bit of a distance, right? He's putting those things, he's kind of waiting for his return. So again, it might be that, you may be all very excited about something. You might be wanting to put something out there, but you might need to wait a little bit for it to come back to you. You might start to see some returns trickling in too, okay? And just know that they're going to grow, okay? You're creating something bigger and bigger and bigger. And as you put your efforts in, you're going to start to see those results, okay? Okay, let's see. What else do I want to take? Maybe I'll take some astrology cards. Let's see what's happening in astrology. Okay, Spirit, for pile number one, what can they expect? Give us a peek into the future of those that are on pile number one. Let's see. Second house. Ooh, okay, finances. This is about finances, values. Wow, I never have this card pop out. That's funny. Taurus energy. So earthly energy, tangible goods. There's something that's provoking you. We have the Grand Cross, which can cause, it's like challenges that kind of provoke you into something big. So it does seem as if there's something here that's provoking this situation for you guys. And if you haven't experienced that yet, know that it will happen, but it is for the best possible outcome. Maybe some of you already know what this is, though. But again, second house, there's going to be a focus on making money, on making resources. And we have Aries, so there's like a major drive here. You guys are really going for it. You guys are gonna, wow, I wonder if this Mars transit's actually provoking something in you guys, in terms of what you're doing. Maybe for some of you that's the case. But again, it's just the energy of Aries, focusing on yourself, on what you want. The first house, right? And we have Neptune. So yeah, it could be bringing spirituality into this, right? With Neptune, it could be about, let's see here. It's interesting because Neptune's associated with the 12th to the 1st house right here. So we have that kind of second. Oh my gosh, 12th, 1st, 2nd houses. So it's like a trajectory or something like that, like a kind of like a road that you're on, bringing perhaps your subconscious or your spiritual abilities out into the surface, and then in a way to make money. Wow, this is very specific. So I do feel like some of you are on that road. Oh, wow. And we also have the lunar eclipse change. So a lot of internal changes going on, a lot of emotional changes. Perhaps, you know, maybe there was some kind of, wow, okay, you know, some of you might have had a Neptune, you know, because some of these lunar eclipses and eclipses that were going on in the summer, both solar and lunar, some of them were, I want to say, I know that one was in Cancer, which was opposing quite a few people's Neptunes or touching them in some way, because Cancer is opposite Capricorn, and Capricorn Neptune, you know, big generational. So there's quite a few people that have Capricorn Neptunes in those early degrees. So maybe for some of you, this is actually something coming in from, that's activating something in your chart in terms of spirituality. Where is Neptune in your chart and what's it doing? And yeah, that's quite interesting. So I feel like definitely, again, a big focus on finances. For some of you, you are going to be receiving support financially, perhaps from somebody as well, or it's just emotional support as you kind of go about something that will make you feel, I think, ultimately more balanced. Okay? I think the only thing here is to understand that there's a need to be patient at times. Just not to perhaps burn any bridges. I would just say don't necessarily burn bridges. Try to do things in a calm way. Just because of that Aries and that fire energy. But it does tell me that there's a lot of passion within you that's kind of going to be popping up, and it's going to be like you're going to be pursuing those things. So yeah, I think that's where I'll stop, actually. I think that's probably enough here. So I really am curious to see whether this resonates with you. Let me know in the comments below. I love doing these kind of readings, so it's kind of cool to see such a specific type of message come out. I almost wonder, you know, I can't wait to hear what some of you say in the comments below. Because, yeah, it does seem like a lot of passion here, a lot of moving, a lot of forward movement. That's the thing. That's what I like seeing here. So if you've been feeling stuck, you've been feeling like things aren't going nowhere, or you're on like, like that song, what is it? Wrong way on a one-way track, like Runaway Train. It's like, I feel like you're going to get control of it, and you're going to start to really get some ideas flowing in, and also the motivation to be doing some things. And it is going to lead to, again, something that really kind of making money in a way that I feel, you know, aligns with your heart. So, very beautiful message for you guys. I'm really wishing you all the very best. Lots of blessings to you. And if you'd like to have a personal reading with me, all that information is down below in the description box. You can get, you know, there's my Etsy store, and then there's also my Amazon wish list. So those are ways to get readings with me. But yeah, take care, and I will see you all next time. Hey guys, so if you chose pile number 2 with this lepidolite, this is your reading. So let's find out, let's get a peek into your future and see what's happening for you. So we're going to start with the runes, okay? And I took 2 of them, and we have the sun and the rings. So this combination can speak of a few things. First of all, for some of you, I do see like a happy commitment. Okay, so for those of you that are in a committed relationship, I see happiness kind of flowing into this connection. For some of you, you might actually get this is kind of like pile number 1 in a way, marriage proposal. For some of you, I feel it even stronger for this. So it could be that marriage is in the future or in the cards for you. I also see a completion, a happy completion perhaps as well, or the energy to complete something, a cycle of some kind, but it's like a happy completion, I feel. If you've been stalling on something, like there could be, I know it's not graduation season, but it might be like that you're entering a last year of school or something like that, or there's something kind of coming up. It's like a completion of some kind. Usually this can also be about being more focused on relationship as well. The sun in the witch's runes are where we place our focus, or where we need to place our focus. So again, there could be focus placed on commitment of some kind, or, you know, connections. This can also be about, yeah, finishing what you start as well. So it seems like that's kind of the energy I'm getting here, at least from the runes. So let's keep on going into the cards and see what pops out. No shit. We have energy. So again, for some of you, this is actually some energy coming in to help you complete something. So if you've been wanting to like kind of complete something in your life, like, you know, organize or spring clean, or that's something I see for some of you. Or let's see what else. You know, it's just like wherever you need to place that energy, it's like that's where it's going to go. And it's like to kind of let something go or get something done, you know, just to like finally be like, okay, I'm done with that. I've done it. Yay. You know, we also have innocence. Quite interesting. And let's see, we have the Seven of Cups, the Well, Page of Swords, and you guys got a lot of Madame Medora's fortune cards, actually. I'm just going to kind of move these over like this. There we go. The Green Man. So we have the forces of nature favor you, Earth, and the Queen. So with the Queen, it says love and prosperity. So a peek into your future tells me that you will have a lot of love coming into your life and prosperity. For some of you, let's see here. I do get the sense that some of you are going to be starting something new with Innocence and Page of Swords. For some of you, this is going to be starting a new project or completing a project of some kind. But I do see some kind of new start, maybe studying something new here with the Page of Swords. I get the sense that some of you might start a new hobby. Maybe it's something in which you'll be able to direct your energy into life in a more grounded way, I want to say. Because we have Earth and Green Man, so it might be a physical hobby. Maybe some of you are, you know, maybe some of you garden and you're starting to reap those. You might be reaping those benefits, you know, from the garden. Let's see, what else do I see here? Getting more in touch with your dreams is another thing I feel is going to be happening for you in the near future. With the Seven of Cups and the Well, I can't help but see that some of you are digging in deep into your psyche, into yourself. I feel like you have a wealth of ideas that are going to be coming in, a lot of new ideas. I also see that for some of you that have been feeling unclear or confused about something, I see some grounded energy kind of coming in to help you make a rational choice, because we do have that Earth energy. So it says utilize logic, reason, and common sense. So that's going to definitely be important in the near future. That might be something just to think about, to make sure that if you feel quite confused about something or unclear, to kind of pull back a little bit and try to see it from a logical standpoint. Try to remove the emotions, perhaps, to find practical solutions or to understand it in a better way. Okay, it's always good to do that, because sometimes even with that well here, it might be that you get really lost in the topic or lost in the situation, whether it's a relationship or your future or however it may kind of manifest for you, depending on who's watching. Let's see, I'm going to take some astrology cards to kind of dig in a little bit deeper. Messages upon produce spirit. What is coming into the future? What is coming into the future? Okay, we have a Libra and Sagittarius. Ooh, some of you might be studying abroad. For others of you, I see, well, Libra, I see a focus on partnerships, okay? So for many of you that are wanting love and you do not find yourself in a committed relationship at this time, you might be attracting that into your life, and I would actually expect for a new relationship to begin. Especially if it's something that you're not seeing clearly, at this time. For others of you, though, some of you might be traveling with a spouse and getting out to see the world. You might be discovering something completely new, somewhere you've never been. And that could be even individually, by the way, if you're not married, by the way, or in a relationship. Let's see here. I see Gainzo coming in. Oh, wow, North Node, life's purpose. Oh, okay, so some of you are actually aligning more with your node, with your life purpose. Maybe some of you are going to be discovering it with Sagittarius. Sagittarius, the 9th house, can be the house of astrology. A lot of astrologers have placements here. So maybe for some of you, you're uncovering your North Node. You're learning about it. You're trying to move into alignment with it. And this could be with the help of a spouse. For some of you, or a help of a partner. One. Jupiter, oh my gosh, I love it. Okay, so we have Jupiter, abundance coming in, a lot of learning and growth here. Sagittarius, Jupiter, 9th house. Some of you might be starting like maybe university or something. Maybe you guys are starting something completely new, like moving away from home. I can't help but think that with the 9th house. 9th house and Sagittarius, Jupiter, it's all about, well, expansion, growth, optimism. It's about travel, education, higher education in particular, teaching. Some of you might be starting a teaching job, for that's possible. Some of you might be starting in some kind of divination. 9th house is also divination. Reading cards for yourself, maybe learning or something like that as well. Let's see what else. I see a lot of luck. Some of you may come across some information or learnings, some kind of teaching material or something, or some kind of material that helps you towards your destiny, towards your node. It maybe gives you that expansion. So maybe it's a person, possibly. Jupiter can represent the husband in a chart. So again, some of you might be meeting that future husband. And we have fire element, desire. So going in the directions of your desires. Finding out what you desire. I see a lot of that, like fiery type of energy here again. So I see passion, I see excitement, I see, desire in general. And again, for some of you, love coming in, learning, a lot of learning experiences. So. Safe home protection. Oops. Passion. Let's see what else comes out. That's interesting about safe home protection. Maybe some of you are needing to safeguard your home in some way. I mean, in terms of like maybe magic work, we have the forces of nature favor you. So that might be something to think about doing, is putting protection on your home. You can do that if we have fertility as well. We have, so first of all, with the safe home protection, that might be like, maybe doing some spell work or whatever you're comfortable with, some blessings on your home. Fertility. So definitely some fruition kind of coming in here, things coming in. Interesting about Jupiter. Let's see here. Well, there might be a lot of options or available, a lot of things kind of coming into you or towards you. You might have a lot of options, by the way, here with the 7 of Cups, too, that can represent. We also have healing and letting go. So there's something being released. I see there's kind of like innocence. So there we go. It's like wiping the slate clean in some way. It feels like as if something is wiped clean for some of you. So if you've been having a hard time pulling away from something, it's maybe that you kind of fully let go of this situation and you have that innocence again, kind of like the star. The star shows us that even if tower moments happen, we can have, we're still clean, we still are innocent, we still can begin again. There's always a new beginning. That's why even if we're vulnerable, there's hope for the future, right? And we can use that vulnerability to create something new. That's kind of the idea behind the star card. Okay, I'm going to get one more message for you guys. I just feel one more. So, those are just 1 or 2. What is coming? A leg up. So some of you might be getting some help from someone else here, or be called on to help somebody in your life. Maybe for some of you, you have the ability to teach someone something. Yeah, maybe some of you are meant to help young people, by the way, because look at that. We have that Page of Swords, that innocence, the North Node. And some of these other cards are kind of making me wonder if perhaps for some of you, maybe teaching might be something that you're looking into, or maybe in some way. And teaching doesn't have to mean that you go work at a school. It could be teaching someone younger in your life, guiding them in some way. Maybe you have a younger sibling, or there's a younger child in your neighborhood who really needs some attention. Keep your eyes peeled, guys, because that might be something that you're faced with in the future. And it could just be even teaching somebody who has less knowledge than you about something, sharing your wealth of information, what you know, you know. It's like if someone messages me about astrology, I always want to help them, you know, and try to guide them if I can in what I know or what I've learned, you know. So definitely for some of you, it might be, maybe it's time for you to do such a thing, and that might be an opportunity that you have in the near future. Maybe for some of you actually have a lot of quite grounded information that you could share with somebody who needs some direction. I also want to say for some of you, if you have a young person in your life who needs direction in terms of where to go in life, maybe you can help them understand this. Give them some kind of tips or guidance. What else do I see? I definitely see more energy though. So if you've been in a funk, like I said, energy's coming in. I feel like you're going to have a new source of energy. There's going to be like a plethora of it. A plethora of energy coming towards you. Because that sun does come back, like going back to this sun rune. It does remind me a lot of masculine type of energy, action, you know. And yeah, so for some of you, again, a masculine coming into your life, perhaps again like a future partner, or just having, if you already have a partnership that's getting a little bit more balanced out, doing better maybe than it has previously. But yeah, that's what I see for you guys. If you would like to have a personal reading with me, all that information is down below in the description box. I'm wishing you all the very, very best, and I, hope to see you again in another reading. Take care. Hello, for those of you that chose pile number 3 with the Unikite, this is your reading. And I find it interesting that I kind of was drawn to Unikite because the runes that we have for this reading are actually herbs and web. So these two runes together speak of healing from entanglements. So ways in which you've been felt like maybe you've been trapped in a web or an entanglement in your life, whether this is a relationship that you couldn't really crawl your way out of, or connections to people like a job, or anything that's sort of been holding you back, or you felt like you've kind of gotten maybe like linked up to and you couldn't really get out. I see healing coming in, and this can be spiritual healing, this could be physical healing. For some of you that are having physical health problems, you might be actually tackling some of these problems and getting out of the web that you've kind of been stuck in. So I really like that for you guys. Definitely a lot of healing coming in for you guys. So we also have intellect as well as purity, the unicorn, so good fortune and friendship, as well as honor and good luck with the griffin. So I really like that because I see a lot of good luck coming towards you, a lot of opportunities perhaps. I also see positivity. Now I like that under purity, because think about that. It seems like you guys are manifesting positive situations. So again, ways in which you felt stuck, these are being healed and you're being offered new opportunities. Some of you might be calling in new friendships, more positive friendships. Maybe if you've been stuck in like toxic connections, toxic friendships, again, I see happier ones coming in, more positive people. I also see perhaps if you felt stuck in something with this honor and good luck, I can't help but to think that some of you will be praised for your intellect, okay, in some way. Now this may not be on a huge grand scale. It may just be that you get a feedback from someone that really lets you know that that helps you understand how intelligent you actually are, or something. Maybe it's just something that makes you feel good. We have the King of Swords and the Knight of Wands, sorry, and the Three of Wands. So I see returns coming towards you. Maybe things that you've been kind of trying to put out there in the world are starting to return back. So you might be getting some honor for something that you previously have done. Perhaps this kind of is healing because it lets you know that you're not stuck as you thought you were, right? Maybe you're going to start to see a different bit of a perspective, a more pure perspective, if you've been feeling a little bit dark in your head, or a little bit pessimistic, or feeling as if maybe things aren't going the way that you want them to go. I feel like you're going to start to get those, you're starting to get something back. And that, of course, might differ a little bit for each of you. since this is a general reading. But let's check out what else is coming in for you guys. Number 3, Spirit. Regeneration. Okay, see, there we go. Again, purity, a new chance. You know what's beautiful about regeneration is that, have you ever lived in a place or saw a place where you burn fields, or there's a wildfire, and afterwards, of course, it looks devastating. Life is gone. There's no grass, there's no trees, there's nothing, or whatever, you know. But what's beautiful is when things start to regrow. And there's that fresh new growth. And that's what I get a lot of you having in your life coming up. That's what the future holds for you, is new growth, basically. Sometimes those things happen, you know, because that's what, you know, needs to happen in order for this new growth to come. So sometimes it does burn a bit, right? We have exchanging gifts. So we have equal, oh wow, this is great. I love this. Hold on. We have exchanging gifts, building blocks, and poised. So again, having confidence. There's something about you being a bit on a pedestal in somebody's eyes. I feel like you're going to get some kind of recognition in the near future, guys. Especially for if you've been working on something with building blocks. If you've been putting in some effort into something, you're going to get some kind of recognition. You may even get a gift of some kind for some of you. I also see, with exchanging gifts, that possibility of equal relationships, okay? Equal partnerships, equal friendships, getting back what you put in as well. So what you've kind of put out into the universe is coming back to you. We have fertility. So some of you might be, again, reaping what you've kind of planted already, because we see the apples on the tree there. So it makes me think that you've planted some seeds and you're going to start to see some results coming back. We have courage. Oh, I love it with poised, because that's what that's about, is about confidence. And look at this. We have best possible decision. True north. Look at that. The north on the compass there. So again, some of you might have the confidence to actually make the best possible decision, to make a new start. If some of you have been struggling with that, you might already start. Okay, maybe for some of you, you've made a decision in the past. You weren't sure, and maybe even destroyed some things. You know, big time. Like you quit a job, or you quit a relationship, or you left something behind, and it was like, was that the right decision? This looks really bad. You know, just like kind of when you burn something, right? Like burn a field, and it looks terrible, and you're like, holy shit, did I make the right choice? I feel like a lot of you are going to understand that you made that best possible decision by leaving that situation or burning it in some way, or like, you know, throwing it out. And we have victory. Again, oh my goodness, I love this. So again, victory with poised. You're getting some kind of victory here. I love the orange colors there. Maybe that is definitely relevant here. Orange. So, let's see what else we've got. I'm going to take a few more cards. I'm going to take some astrology cards, actually, so maybe I could dig a bit deeper into what else is kind of going on for you guys. So, those are just pile number 3. South Node, life stats. So, letting go of that South Node maybe to move into the North Node might be something that, you know, you guys are experiencing. Saturn return. Oof, okay, so maybe there's been some lessons that you've been going through in some way. Some of you might be at that Saturn return age. Maybe some of you are going to be going through this. But know that whatever comes up with the Saturn return, it's meant to happen, you know. Whatever challenges kind of happen, they're put up there for a reason. Some of them are outwardly and they suck, and you can't really help them. Like my husband, when he had his Saturn return, he has Saturn in the 6th house, and so when he had his Saturn return, what happened? Health problems, like out the crazy, like out of nowhere. He had his appendix out right as his Saturn return was direct. All of a sudden his appendix went nuts. And so sometimes you can't control that, right? You can't really do much about the appendix, I guess. But just know that, you know, it's all part of the plan, and you know what? He's appendixless now, and he doesn't care, and he feels better, and he doesn't ever have to worry about it again. So, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes those things are, you know, beneficial in some way. And like for me, when I, you know, had my Saturn return, my first Saturn return, it was terrible. I had to, you know, I have Saturn in the 4th house, and it was like, WTF, I don't want to move again. I love where I'm at. I was living in Virginia. I loved it there, and then I had to move. My husband wanted to move, and we had ours around the same time because we're not that far apart in age, but yeah, I had to move, and it was like, it seemed like total like crap at the time. I was so upset. I didn't want to move, But guess what? It pulled me away actually from my South Node, which is actually in my 4th house conjunct Saturn, by the way, funnily enough. But it actually pulled me away, and you know what it did? I ended up going and I got like, well, I went to the Middle East. That didn't work out. I was there for like a year, which I'd been there previously. I kind of got stuck there. But then it kind of pushed me into these situations where I ended up getting like way more confident, and I got some really good job experience, and it led me on a path that I would never have gone down otherwise. So guess what? It was for a good reason. And although, I miss Virginia, I'm really glad all that happened, to be honest. And that's what the Saturn return is about. It's about kind of clearing out, you know. Maybe for some of you, you have Saturn conjunct the South Node. Uh-oh, we have a flyer. Hold up. I'm gonna have to get up. That really went flying. Ooh, we also have the 8th house, so endings and beginnings. So clearing out some stuff. I see a lot of like personal growth here, maybe coming out of the shadows in some way, or doing some deep dive work here. This can also be about, let's see, let me think here in terms of everything else going on in the cards, how this could be relatable. So again, it could be endings. It could be coming out of your shell a bit. For some of you, if you have a lot of 8th house placements, 8th house and 12th house are more secretive in nature. Well, they're water houses, Scorpio and Pisces, so they do tend to be a little bit more withdrawn or something. So maybe if some of you have been going through like an inner healing stage, or you've said goodbye to something, it's like you're kind of coming out of it and you're understanding why the darkness happened, right? And I just feel like there's a lot more positivity coming towards you in the near future. A greater understanding too of what we've got here. Ooh, okay, so we have the Power of Fortune and the Moon. Okay, so the Moon is about being in alignment with your emotions. It's about what emotionally fulfills you. Again, maybe some of you are going to have, I was kind of looking at this King of Swords and realized I hadn't talked about it very much, which goes well with the intellect. It might be that, heart over, mind over heart type of stuff. Maybe you're finally seeing some stuff that you were too emotional about. With more like a more of a logical sense. I also see perhaps this opportunity. Now, the Part of Fortune, definitely go check out where yours is at in the chart. You can pull it up on astro.com and the extended. Part of Fortune is where we can make money, where we can be fortunate in our life. So definitely check out which house it's in your chart. If you know your birth time, you can check it out on astro.com. If you need any help, you can message me on Instagram. I'll help you find it. With some screenshots or something. But like mine is like the 12th house, right? So not the best one, but usually not somebody who's super rich but works in spirituality, which I do. But it's usually not somebody who makes a whole lot, though. It's more about sacrifice and stuff. But wherever your Part of Fortune lies, maybe that's where you're kind of getting in alignment to. Where is that Part of Fortune, and how can you maybe aligning with that will help also not only your finances but your soul. On a soul level, it might be something. Again, too, with that Part of Fortune, it's kind of like getting away from bad luck or restrictions into more positive increases. So I think what I'm going to do is I'll take a few more cards for you guys and call it a day. Let's see. Oh no, that's gonna fall. Uh-oh. Let me get some fortune cookies for you. I didn't do that for the other piles, but I don't know, I'm just following my intuition. Nature. Interact with nature in the outdoors, around animals, farmlands, or by the ocean. This will be good for the soul and healing for you. So spending some more time outdoors might be good. Sunshine. The sun is shining on you. Career and business growth, fabulous communication and relationships. And assert yourself. Go for what you want. The time is right for soulmate connections. Birth of a child also likely. Wow. Didn't we have... No, we didn't have the fertility card, did we? No, I don't think we did we? No. But that's a possibility, that there's something growing. But we also have go for what you want, and we had that courage coming out, that poised, and all these different cards kind of indicating that there's a lot more, like, maybe inner strength to be assertive. And it does make me feel like, again, you're going to have some kind of opportunities in career, perhaps, or business growth. And also it says fabulous communication and relationships. So again, maybe you're, building up new connections that are going to be more positive than maybe previous ones. So again, if you're going through a breakup right now, for some of you, and that resonates, it's like, don't worry, because this is going to invite in something better. And then we have property. A property purchase or sale for many, but heed security concerns on any transaction. So take care of your, make sure you're using your mind with the intellect and the King of Swords. Make sure you're looking over anything that you're kind of doing, any business deals or something like that. Definitely get a second opinion perhaps, or really make sure that you're looking into things pretty well. And some of you might be actually buying property. I hope that's true for some of you, especially with building blocks. Maybe some of you are buying a home and kind of building a new future, or looking into renting a new place or something and building a future elsewhere. But generally, I see a lot of great things coming towards you. So I really hope that gives you some insight, something to smile about, something to look forward to in terms of what's coming up in your life. And there's your peek into the future. If you'd like to have a personal reading with me, you can do that by going down in the comments or description box, I guess, below, and there's a link to my Etsy store where you can purchase a reading, as well as a link to like my Amazon wish list and all that stuff. But yeah, I really do wish you all lots of blessings. Take care. Hello, so if you've chosen pile number 4 with the pre-night, this is your reading. So let's take a gander and look into your runes first, okay? So what is coming up in your life? What's a peek into your future? What are you going to be facing? We have the I think this is like the crossroads is what it's called, and then we have the cornucopia. Now, I feel like a lot of you are going to have some options coming up. You guys are going to be at a crossroads in your life, and there will be one particular way. I don't know. I just see one of these arrows kind of having that sort of like emphasis. So it does make me feel as if one choice is going to be better than all the others. And it seems like one is going to lead to a very bountiful experience in life. So it might be putting you on a path towards abundance. That's going to be quite interesting. I think that you're definitely going to have to pay attention a little bit as you kind of go into the future, and this opportunity kind of maybe rears its head. So we also have ambition. So this could be something that you feel quite ambitious about. Maybe you're going to be even taking some actions towards abundance as well, like making different choices perhaps. I also see December 24th through January 20th. So that might be a significant date for you guys in terms of this. We also have clarity. Ooh, okay, so for those of you maybe who need clarity about your ambitions, about where you want to go, if you are at a crossroads right now and you don't know what you want to be when you grow up, or some of us, many people could be even 40 and not know what they want to be when they grow up, and that's okay. We all come at it at a different place. So even if when you grow up, we're talking like, with air quotes here, it could be that, you kind of start to get this clarity about the direction that will bring you this abundance that you so desire as well. So clarity about decisions, whether it's, where you want to study, where you want to move, who you want to be with, or, anything in terms of a crossroads. It's like you'll be faced with it, but you're going to know, I feel too, with this inner knowing, like that kind of like, it's almost like a true north type of thing. It's like you'll know. We also have the spirit. Unseen forces watch over you. Wow, cannot talk. So it seems like you guys have a guardian angel around, or a spirit around, that's really trying to help you make the right choices, to help guide you. So definitely look for signs from your guides. We also have the maiden. And by the way, I want to say something about guides. When you get synchronicities, and I know many people ask, like, what do these mean? What do these mean? What do these mean? Ask what they mean. Say, okay, if you start to like kind of think, about that, and you're like, okay, well, this is going on in my life, that's going on in my life, is it something in regards to that? Then you ask your guides to give you specific signs, and it always works for me. If I ask to see a freaking flamingo, and I say, if I see a flamingo in the next, 2 days, that means I need to do this thing. And if I see it, that's what it means. Like, you can ask your guides. Don't be shy. They will, they'll give you what you ask for if you need direction. So don't be shy. The Maiden. A new relationship blossoms. Okay, so some of you might have a choice in love. Okay, there might be some love stuff coming in here for you guys. And we also have the Raven. Darkness looms on the horizon. We also have Turn Away. And the Two of Pentacles. The Page of Cups. And the Temperance card. Let's see here. Well, I can see that unseen forces watch over you. With the darkness looms on the horizon, I think that makes it a little bit less scary because you are protected through dark, dangerous times. So if you're in certain situations, it seems as if you have, like, maybe some of you might have an experience that's kind of scary and you're actually saved miraculously or something like that for a few of you. So we have false person and a short illness. Now, this is a terrible prediction to make. Some of you might actually turn away from a new romantic connection in the future. I know that you guys are going to like this, and I know I'm going to get some dislikes for this, but that's okay. I'm just reading the cards, and that may not be for all of you, but there is a possibility that there's a new relationship that isn't what it seems. We have that Page of Cups too, the turn away, false person, short illness. Does make me feel as if there's perhaps some kind of clarity perhaps about somebody as well that you've met recently, and maybe you discover they're not quite who they said they were. But it does seem to me like you'll be fine with that with Temperance. It does talk about inner peace and balance. So I don't feel like it would be something that would break you. Like, it says a short illness, so it might be kind of temporarily disappointing. But then you're over it, And, yeah. We have theft here. So again, it could be that somebody kind of ghosts you or something. Or maybe you see something about somebody that you don't quite like. Let's see here, Spirit. What is coming? So we have the Good Lady. Unexpected money. And Main Person. Ooh, okay, so it seems to me that some of you will be getting a gift from a woman in your life. Or from, if you're a female, it could be from a male in your life, okay, Main Person. Usually the Main Person represents a querent, though, so that would be you. But, well, since this is a general reading, we will put this either way. So there could be some unexpected money coming in from a male or a female in your life. It doesn't really matter. So, yeah, that's something nice. Okay, we have a long way. Good Lady. Okay, we have the Good Lady coming out again. Long way, Good Lady, and Success in Love. Oh. So yeah, so for some of you, you are calling in that perfect partnership, okay? Maybe some of you have been on quite a long journey. And, you've done right by people. You've focused on yourself, and now you're getting some kind of success in love. Maybe for some of you, you're turning away from the darkness of the journey and, moving towards something nicer as well. I mean, honestly, for those of you where this is like the darkness, like where there is somebody in your life that's no good, I feel like most of you will probably already know that it's not going to work out for the most part. You might already have that idea. Because it does seem like for many of you, there's that message that there is something good coming in love, so. And Page of Cups can indicate that new start. I see a lot of balance, so Temperance and the Two of Pentacles, so emotional balance, financial balance. Sagittarius. Learning experiences, travel. Some of you might have that crossroads in terms of traveling. Oops. Interesting. The Void of Course Moon. Yeah, okay, that's quite interesting. Let's see. Mercury retrograde. Oh, we do have Mercury retrograde coming up well, it's not going to be till, I think, October 13th, right? October 13th, I think, is when it's going to start next. But I want to say, because I've mentioned it, I've noticed it come up in a lot of 6-month readings. People get it, like, in October. And it's like, be careful what you spend, and be careful this, and be careful that. And I'm like, oh, yeah, Mercury retrograde. I just think that's kind of funny. But, okay, so interesting. I see some learning in terms of, well, okay, some of you might be traveling, learning something new. With Sagittarius, this could be as well kind of maybe discovering what's missing. I feel like something's going to be, okay, the void of course moon is not the best time to start something. It's usually, not the best time to start something. So it might be that there's like a false start on something and it doesn't work out, but it's for the best. And part of the destiny, you know what I mean? So there might be some communication that's taken away. Or it's meant to kind of change your path a little bit. And if you've already experienced this, know that that's your message, you know? And you'll have this understanding as well. Let's see what else comes out. I'm going to take a few fortune cookies for you. Let me just see. I'm actually going to take some romance angels. I don't always do that. I rarely do, but I'm going to do it for this reading because I notice a lot of love stuff in this reading. So, Spirit, what is pile number 4? So keep the future into the future in regards to love. Make the effort. So great love is worth taking the steps you're guided to take. Maybe there's more ambition in love. Especially if you've dealt with, look at deception. Someone's wearing a false mask in this relationship. And heart-to-heart conversations. Honestly discuss feelings with each other. So for some of you, it might be that you've been deceived in the past and now you're going to make more effort towards love, finding that heart-to-heart person, that person that you really want to be with, turning away from previous situations that were deceptive or no good for you. I also see as well here with clarity, there might be clarity around somebody that is deceptive in your life, okay? And I know that's not a fun message to hear, but for some of you, that's going to be the case. But that's a good thing, because wouldn't you want that? Because then it tells you which direction you need to go into, right? If you've been feeling misdirected. And it will take you to a better place anyways. So, yeah, that's definitely what I'm seeing here. Again, take it as it resonates according to your situation. And I'm going to take a few fortune cookies, and then we'll finish this reading. So chose pile number 4. Give us a peek into the future. Trust your intuition. It's a great time to learn a new skill, change careers, or invest money. So using your intuition in finances might be a good idea. Sunshine. The sun is shining on you. Career and business growth. Fabulous communications and relationships. There might be, for some of you, actually some hidden things that are brought to light in terms of a relationship in a positive way as well. With the heart-to-heart conversations, maybe for some of you will actually get to have a heart-to-heart conversation with somebody in your life that has been kind of not showing everything that they're going through. We also have reinvent yourself. A transformation is taking place. Enjoy a new lease of life. So I love that too. And we have travel. Long distance communication will open up your life. Exciting experiences for singles and career advancements for others. So I see, first of all, a lot of career advancement, business advancement possibilities here for you guys coming up. So for those of you that have been wanting to kind of maybe get a raise or increase your experience or, kind of, advance in that way, I see that opportunity coming for you. I also see, again, a lot of intuition regarding, jobs and stuff and money. So again, use your intuition as you kind of make these decisions too. Go with your gut maybe when you come to this kind of choices that you have to face, perhaps about abundance, about financial abundance even. And don't be afraid to reinvent yourself. Don't be afraid to switch tracks possibly for some of you. Okay? So, with that being said, guys, that is your reading. I'm going to go ahead and stop here. If you'd like to have a personal reading with me, you can do that by going down in the description box below. There's a link to my Etsy store. There's a link to my Amazon wish list and all that stuff. But I do wish you guys the very, very best. I hope that this reading brought you some clarity. Let me know. Come back if you can remember me. sometimes I love when I get updates. It doesn't always happen, but sometimes people come back and let me know how things happened, and I'm always like excited to see those comments. So if you do see some of these themes already popping up in your life, let me know. And I do wish you all the very, 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 very best. Lots of blessings, and take care.